Hey guys, this is Baku. He's a three-banded armadillo, and I have a ton of facts to tell you about this cat today, but we're going to do it in a little bit different manner. So I'm going to start a narration here in just a second, and then I'm going to video Baku as he runs around. So then that way you guys are going to be able to see Baku as he runs around, and he's a three-banded armadillo here at Ocoee Riverside Farm. And he's just one of over 150 animals. So I'm gonna start the narration and we're gonna video Baku as he runs around. It's gonna be really awesome. Stay tuned.
In a world filled with the mighty and the swift, the fierce and the fleet-footed, our Creator often reveals His most ingenious designs in the small and the unassuming. As it says in the book of Job, chapter 12, verse 7, "But ask the animals, and they will teach you." Today we're going to listen to one of God's most unique teachers, Baku, a southern three-banded armadillo, known to science as Tolipiutes maticus. He may not possess the majestic stripes of a zebra or the thunderous roar of a lion, but in his humble form, we find a marvel of biological engineering, a living fortress that testifies to the boundless creativity of a divine architect. So, let's dig a little deeper, shall we? My full scientific name, Tolipiutes, literally means ball of yarn in Greek. I guess when the scientists first saw me all rolled up, that's what I looked like. Personally, I prefer to think of myself as more of a living cannonball, but we'll get to that. First, let's talk about my extended family. The name armadillo comes from the Spanish for little armored one, and it's a big family. God has blessed the world with over 20 unique species of us, and each one is a masterpiece of variation. My kind, the three-banded armadillo, is what you probably picture. My cousin, the Brazilian three-banded, and I are the only two species who have perfected the art of rolling into a completely sealed, impenetrable sphere. This is possible because our shells are a bit looser around our hips than our cousins, giving us the flexibility to become a perfect little ball of please go away predator. We're the original transformers, a design of pure defensive genius. Then you have the famous nine-banded armadillo, Dasypus novemcinctus, the one you might see in the southern United States. Some folks jokingly call them a possum on the half shell. They can't roll into a ball, but they are incredible jumpers when startled. Their real miracle, though, is in their birth. A mother nine-banded armadillo almost always gives birth to 4 genetically identical quadruplets from a single egg. This is a phenomenon called obligate polyembryony, and it's incredibly rare among mammals. It's a stunning example of God's elegant solution to propagating a species, as if fulfilling the command from Genesis to be fruitful and multiply in the most efficient way imaginable. And yes, it means they have 3 siblings who look exactly like them, so they can never get away with anything. At the other end of the scale is the giant armadillo, Priodontes maximus. This is an armadillo the size of a small pig, weighing over 70 pounds and equipped with massive 5-inch claws on its front feet, the largest claws relative to body size of any living mammal. This is God's living earth mover. And here's a fun fact. While most of us have just a few teeth, the giant armadillo can have up to 100 simple peg-like teeth, more than almost any other land mammal. It's a testament to God's power in creation. And from the mighty, God also gives us the miniature and whimsical, the pink fairy armadillo, Chlamyphorus truncatus. He's the smallest of us all, barely 5 inches long. He spends his life swimming through the loose sand of Argentina. His delicate pink shell isn't fully fused to his body, which helps him regulate his temperature. He's one of God's most unique and specialized creations, a tiny, armored jewel. Now, let's talk about my main feature, my shell, or carapace. This isn't like a turtle's shell. This is living, growing armor. It's made of thousands of bony plates called osteoderms. That's osteo for bone and derm for skin, that grow right out of my skeleton. These plates, also called scutes, are then covered by a layer of tough, protective keratin, the same protein in your fingernails. This is God's composite armor, blending bone and protein for both strength and flexibility. The true magic happens when I'm startled. Pop! Hosh! My head and tail pull in. My 3 central bands hinge perfectly, and my specially shaped head shield and tail shield lock together. The result is a seamless sphere. It's a living lesson in physics and geometry. The sphere is one of the strongest shapes in nature, distributing the force of an attack across its entire surface. It's no wonder the book of Psalms so often refers to God as a shield and fortress. Psalm 18:2 says, "The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold." I like to think my design is a small walking example of that very promise. To truly understand me, you have to meet my peculiar family, the superorder Xenarthra. The name means strange joints, which refers to extra articulations in our lower spines. These xenarthrals give us incredible strength for digging. It's a divine hallmark connecting me to